Hello, my friends. How are you today? I'm still here in hot Arizona right now, but I'm in the shade. I got my water. But I'm going to read you a couple of books still about Arizona. First one is called Cactus Hotel. Cactus Hotel by Brenda Guberson and illustrated by Megan Lloyd. On a hot, dry day in the desert, a bright red fruit falls from a tall saguaro cactus. Plop! It splits apart on the sandy floor. 2,000 black seeds glisten in the sunlight. When the air cools in the evening, an old pack rat comes out and eats the juicy fruit. Then he skitters across the sand. A seed left clinging to his whiskers falls off under a palo verde tree. It is a good place for the seed to drop. A spotted ground squirrel looking for something to eat does not see it. A house finch chirping high in the palo verde tree does not see it. Can you see the finch in the tree? Way up here. After many dry days, a heavy rain falls on the desert. Soon, a young cactus sprouts from the ground. Slowly, the seedling grows. The palo verde protects it from the hot summer sun and cold winter nights. After 10 years, the cactus is only 4 inches high. It's just big enough for desert ants to climb to in its spiny sides. 10 years, and that's as big as it gets. After a rainstorm, when the desert blooms with color, the cactus pulls in water and its long roots look fat. A young pack rat stops to drink the water that drips from the tree. Then she scurries off, looking for a dry place to make a nest. How pretty the palo verde tree is there. It's all blooming. See how big the cactus grew? And see here, it shows all the roots that drinks the water when it goes down and under the ground. When there is no rain, the cactus uses up the water it has stored inside and looks thin. The palo verde loses its tiny leaves, but there's always some shade for cactus below. After 25 years, the cactus is 2 feet tall. A jackrabbit cools off beside it and gnaws at the green pulp. But when a coyote moves in the distance, the jackrabbit disappears into a nearby hole. So the jackrabbit eats the cactus to get some water out of it because the cactus stores water. You see the coyote? The jackrabbit was afraid of the coyote. After 50 years, the cactus stands 10 feet tall and looks straight and strong beside the old palo verde. For the very first time, brilliant white and yellow flowers appear at the top of the cactus. Every spring from now on, the flowers will open for one night only and then close at the heat of the day. They beckon like welcoming signals across the desert. At different times of the day and nights, birds, bees, bats come for the nectar. 50 years it takes for them to bloom flowers. And then here come all the birds and the bees and the bats to eat out of the nectar of the flower. The flowers dry up, and after a month, the big red fruit filled with black seeds is ripe and ready. A Gila woodpecker comes to eat. He looks around the cactus and decides to stay. He's found the perfect place in the desert to begin a new hotel. Just like the woodpeckers I have over here at my neighbor's yard made a hotel in her cactus. And then they made a nest in that hotel and had little babies. Drink water. The woodpecker goes right to work, and the only tool he uses is his long, hard beak. Tap, tap, tap. he bores into the flesh of the cactus. Tap, tap, tap. He digs deep inside to make a space that's comfortable and roomy. The cactus is not harmed. It forms a tough scab all around the hole to protect itself from drying out. The woodpecker sets a waterproof nest that is shady on hot days and warm and insulated on frosty nights. And the cactus gets something in return. The woodpecker likes to eat the insects that bring disease to the cactus. So they help each other out. After 60 years, the Cactus Hotel is 18 feet tall. To add more space, it begins to grow an arm. The woodpecker has a new hole in the trunk. Further up, a white-winged dove makes a nest on the arm. And down below, an old hole is discovered by an elf owl. The birds feel safe, living high up in a prickly plant where nothing can reach them. Did you see the owl there? There's the owl and the woodpecker. And then way over here is the dove. All around the desert, there are holes for every size, for ants and mice and lizards and snakes and rabbits and foxes. After 150 years, there are holes for every size in the cactus, too. The giant plant has finally stopped growing. It's 50 feet tall. It was 7 long branches, and it weighs 8 tons, about as much as 5 automobiles. Wow, look at that. That is a lot. Look at all the animals and the holes. Everybody wants to live in the Cactus Hotel. Birds lay eggs and pack rats raise their young. Even insects and bats live there. When one animal moves out, another moves in, and every spring they come for a special treat of nectar and juicy red fruit. Finally, after 200 years, the old cactus sways in a gust of wind. Excuse me. And falls with a thud to the sandy floor. Its great thorns arms crumble in a crash. Oh, 200 years old. Do you think animals can still live in the cactus, even though it's not standing tall? It may not give water. The creatures that lived up high first find no other homes, but those that prefer to live down low move right in. A millipede, a scorpion, and many ants and termites quickly find homes in the toppled hotel. After many months, all that remains are wood ribs that supported the cactus while it stood so tall. A collared lizard dashes over the top looking for insects. A ground snake huddles in the shade below. All around, there's a forest of cacti, slowly growing in the desert. And through hot and cold, wet and dry, some will survive long enough to become other cactus hotels. The saguaro cactus can only be found in the Sonoran Desert of southern Arizona and northern Mexico. A sign of evidence a large area of these plants is a saguaro forest. A forest? If this is a forest, where are the leaves? The saguaro does not have leaves. A tree with broad leaves can lose hundreds of gallons of water in a day, but a cactus is adapted to shape and tissues that it loses less than 1 glass of water a day. The saguaro hoards water and uses the moisture stored inside during a long dry period of the desert. On rare occasions, after a rainstorm, a saguaro will take in too much water and a section will burst. Usually, the cactus is able to heal over the injury and recover. Does the leafless plant have any wood? The long, straight rods inside the cactus are wood. Human desert dwellers have always valued this material for building. It makes good roofs, fences, and fuel. It also is useful for reaching the fruit at the top of the giant cactus, the saguaro fruit. It was so important to the local Papago Indians that they began their calendar year with the time of the fruit harvest. Today, a large saguaro is prized so much for landscape reasons that cactus rustlers receive thousands of dollars to illegally uproot and deliver large specimens. Saguaros that have grown to old age have survived droughts, freezes, flash floods, brush fires, high concentrated pack rats with eat the seedlings. Without saguaros, there would be a severe shortage of food and nesting sites for creatures of the desert. Well, I hope you liked my story about the Cactus Hotel, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.